In need of IP addressing. IP addressing is certainly we need to do some specific task. That means you have a different kind of category of networks, LAN, WAN, and like right? If you want any specific task, we need a certain type of networks. For example, you take AMAT, we need some sort of LAN connectivity. Each and every department should be connected so that the small network can be considered as a larger network. This is what internet networks. But in most of the cases, we cannot use a single type of network connectivity. Sometimes LAN can connect with WAN may be connected with LAN, right? So that for that we need certainly IP addressing, right? IP addressing along with internet network. But when you connect these internet network, some problem is you cannot just like connect with the wires, right? Even if you connect this LAN by wires, it is possible. It is not possible in all the cases, right? So that's why we go with the IP addressing. IP addressing with the logical address. So let's know this logical address. Logical address is what? Logical address and get all. It's a universal address. The universal address used to identify the host over the internet. If you want to deliver the packets over the internet, to identify the host by the address so that your packet can be delivered to the other end. This is what universal address. You may understand that IP number can be fixed one, remains same. Whereas the physical address network may be changed from hop to hop. When you connect with this network, your network number network address will be 1. If you connect this system to the other one, this is different. So the physical address can be changing to hop or the network to network, whereas the IP number will be remains same. So the IP number is called a logical number. The logical number is called universal number. Because why it is called universal number? It can be connected over the millions of internet, so that your packets can be delivered to the intended host. Right? Now we talk about the basis of IPv4. As I told you, IP address is very important to identify the hosts on the internet. There are two versions here. One is IPv4. IPv4 means the 4th versions, right? And likewise, your operating system, Windows 10, Windows 7, likewise, IPv4. There are some features there. The extended version is IPv6. In the IPv6, some additional feature will be there, right? So we already discussed in the IP format in last class. Again, I can remind you, IPv4 there are two categories based on the addresses and based on this dividing the classful addressing. First one is header, TTL, and length of the header, right? And the last thing is physical address with the source address as well as the destination address, right? Now we are coming to the basics of IPv. The IPv4 address has 32 bits of wide. That means 4 bytes of 32 bits word with the dotted decimals, right? That means 4 octets. 4 octets means one octet means 8 bits. 8 bit dot, 8 bit dot, 8 bit dot, 8 bit dot. So there are 32 bits. What do you mean? If the device is connected over internet, there are n number of connections. If n number of connections, there are n number of addresses. Right? What is address space? So if you have n bit address, you have 2 power of n bit address space. For example, your n will be 2. Right? Your address 2 power 2, there are 4 address space. So if 2 power 3, there are 8. Right? Likewise, your address space will be decided by the you need a n bit of address, right? And next thing is classful addressing. The classful addressing means due to the requirement of any organization, the overall address can be divided into 5 numbers, from starting with A, B, C, D, E. Class A addressing, Class B addressing, Class C, Class D, and Class E. Right? Class A address will be starting with address 0 to 127. right? And B will start with 128 to 191, and C will starting with 192 to 0 to 127, 127 to 191, 192 to 223, 229, and 229 to 239, and 240 to 255. There are 5 category of classful addressing, right? So today we can discuss about classful addressing, how to represent, how to notate. Notation means there are 2 kind of notation is there to represent the IP. One is a binary notation, another one is a dotted decimal notation, right? So each of them 4 octet has 8 bits. That means 8 bits, dot 8 bits. Likewise, you have a 30 bits of writing. It is based on the connectivity. So based on the connectivity, you have to assign the numbers. Numbers mean address. Here there are 20 systems. You assign some numbers, right? To assign some numbers, to identify this over the other network, you need some logical number. That is what I do. And each of these bits has a binary value. It is combination of the 0 and 1, right? But to identify by the human nature, it can be represented by the decimal. That is what dotted decimals. So like example 192.168.2.0. When you open this command program, you can easily identify the IP number of the systems, as well as subnetting and masking, everything. And next one is masking. We have heard about the word masking. The network's masking is a very important word. It is a process to extract the physical network from the IP. Suppose your physical address might is something, right? You want to know the physical network of from the IP. So it is a mask. So mask means it is a continuous 1 with a continuous 0. Of course, it is a 10-bit wide. It is also IP. From the IP, particular octet will be masked. Why? It is to extract the physical number of the particular organization, right? As I told you, the IP number can be divided into 5 categories: Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, Class E. First 3 will be used for the organization, and D for the multicasting. First 3 will be unicasting. Unicast means if you want to identify any particular host in the internet, your packet can be delivered, right? A, B, C. And the 4th one will be multicasting. If you want to send any subset of network, for example, there are 3 labs there. If you want to send only particular this lab, first lab, your information will be passed on to the only. Of course, it will come through the ISP, but from the ISP, straight away it can come to this lab, that particular package. That is what multicasting. Multicasting is used to forward the package for a particular subset of the network. Whereas ABC will use it to represent, to identify the particular host so that your packet will be delivered to the correctly. Suppose you are sending on letters, students. That means student means everybody students, right? Suppose particularly in CAC, in particularly particular Srinivasan or Venkatesan, right? So that particular letter will be delivered to the intended receivers. That is what ABC. Whereas this one is generally right? And last one will be used for future use. Suppose if you want to more encryption techniques, to more secure manner you have to send that is optional one, right? And it will start with the 4-1-1-1-1-1. Okay, so masking is over. Next one is subnetting. What is the subnetting? So before to take CIDR, you can take CIDR, right? So masking means what? It's a process of extracting the physical network from the IP number. It is represented by continuous 1 with followed by zeros. As I told you, is a 32 bits wide, right? It's a 32 bits. 32 bits wide, starting 1 octet to ending another octet.